Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome and good morning to the Noble Network Virtual College Fair powered by StriveScan. Super excited to get started. My name is Sibel. I will be your facilitator for today's session. We have some absolutely amazing schools here to share a little bit about themselves. I always like to start with this disclaimer. Remember, it's a 45-minute session, so this is just an appetizer of these schools. So please make sure you're listening up, taking notes, taking some contact information. It will absolutely most definitely be one of the best sessions you will witness. Now, with that said, we do have some housekeeping items for you all. So just so you know, remember this is a webinar style format virtual college fair. So your camera and microphone are turned off, you are muted, your video is turned off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. But you're probably wondering, well, Sibel, I have all these questions I want to ask these schools. How do I do that? Well, that's a great question. All of your questions will go and be typed in the Q&A. So if you look at your Zoom toolbar, somewhere in the middle will be a Q&A button. You'll go ahead and click on that button to type in your questions to the presenters at any time. I stress, at any time. It is only a 45-minute session. We do not have a live Q&A at the end with your questions, so it's important to get those questions answered throughout. So please do not wait until the last minute. Ask those questions all throughout the session. Also, please make sure you're putting the school's name within the question. Again, put the school's name within the question so we all know who the question goes to. Sign up for more sessions. This is one of many college presentations that are offered, so check the schedule on the website. But remember, if you or maybe mom missed out on today or a friend wants to check out these schools, or you just want to relive the fun, a recording will be available because all of these sessions are being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/noble. Now, with that said, I would love to show a brief video before we get started with our first institution. So give me 1 second for that.
Hello, Noble Juniors. My name is Constance Jones, and I'm proud to serve as the Chief Executive Officer of Noble Schools. Welcome to Noble's 13th Annual College Fair. This fair has been held each spring since the 2008-2009 school year, except for 2019-2020 when schools closed for the COVID-19 pandemic. This is the second year that the fair has been held virtually to ensure the safety of our students, college teams and teachers, and our college representative partners. Over 100 colleges are in attendance, including the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, UIC, Gettysburg College, Harvard University, the College of Worcester, the University of Michigan, and more. We also have a number of HBCUs in attendance, including Fisk University, North Carolina A&T, Jackson State, Central State, and more. At Noble, our vision is to ensure that all students have equitable and positive school experiences that equip them to succeed on the path of their choice, leading to 75% of alumni completing college. This is a unique opportunity to hear directly from college reps and learn why they might be a good fit for you. I encourage you to ask questions, be engaged, and have fun. Have a great day and be noble.
Awesome, fantastic. So up first, we have our first school, Roosevelt University.
All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Abel. I am an admissions counselor at Roosevelt University. So just to tell you a little bit about our university and sort of what we have. So just to begin, we are a university that's located right in downtown Chicago. One thing I always tell a student, if the experience you're looking from a university is going to be in a very downtown metropolitan urban area with a lot of traffic, a lot of movement, a lot of things to do. That's definitely what we are. We're located 4 blocks south of being literally right in downtown Chicago. So you really are going to get that experience of what it is like to have that city life. We don't have this huge sort of spread out campus. We have really 2 major university buildings that are built from the ground up. So when you think about what our campus really is, Chicago, your experience is going to include definitely a lot of lakefront, a lot of public parks, a lot of different businesses. So definitely if that's what you want, that's what we offer. We do also have another campus in Schaumburg, which is going to be located more in the northwest suburbs. So if you're interested in that, we do also have that opportunity, but 99% of our students do end up starting at the Chicago campus just because there is a lot more opportunities. We have more program selection. And like I said, most people do want to be sort of in that downtown sort of feel. People ask us, why Roosevelt? What makes you guys different? What is sort of like unique about you guys? So one of the things to begin with is definitely going to be the program selection that we have. We have over 70 different programs over quite a few different big areas. Some of the really popular programs are going to include things like psychology, biology, business, hospitality, criminal justice. But we definitely have quite a few different things that we branch out into. Outside of that, I definitely, when you people are asking sort of like what our classroom looks like, our individualized attention from our professors is something that I think our students really enjoy. While we do have about 3,500 students at the university, we do only have an average of about 20 students in the classroom. So for a lot of students, that really is going to sort of give you that opportunity to really engage the professor. For a lot of students, it works out really well because they get to know their professors really well. So when you need such things like a letter of recommendation and extension on some sort of homework assignment, this definitely is something that is facilitated by the classrooms that we have at the university. When it comes sort of like what there is sort of for students to do, what programs we have to help you guys out, we definitely have a bit. The first thing is going to be the Honors and Learning Commons, which is going to be this area which is very academically driven. So when students decide that they need help for like tutoring wise, if they want to get involved in a mentoring program, if they need a quiet place to study, if they need a computer use, if they want to attend one of the many different workshops that we have going throughout the year. For a lot of students, really, it's going to be, like I said, a place of big academic learning, and it's free. So I definitely always recommend students make sure that they know about that. The next thing is going to be the many student organizations that we have on campus. So we definitely have quite a bit, over 50 of them. We do have things like fraternities. We definitely have things like sororities. We have the clubs that are more major specific, like the psychology club, the biology club. We also have some that are going to be more fun, like the Explore Chicago Club. We even have some that are more cultural based, sort of like the Black Student Union, or ALAS, which is for our Latin American students. So we really have a big selection of organizations on campus for students to get involved. I always say that if you are looking to meet a friend, if you want to get sort of, meet someone new, get turn off sort of that student switch for a little bit and really get involved in that social bubble. Definitely getting involved in one of the big student organizations is one of the biggest ways that I recommend. The next thing, our career development and professional mentorship office is definitely going to be sort of like that office that becomes really important for a lot of students as they're getting sort of ready to graduate. As you're looking for maybe like maybe an internship, so you're looking for some sort of mentoring opportunity within your field. So you need to write a cover letter, say you want to do all these different things that are just related to nothing but careers. That's really what they're going to do, and that's what they're there for, to help you out with. One of the really nice things is being in downtown Chicago, we have a lot of connections. So definitely for a lot of students, it does work out very well when they are sort of looking for some sort of job or some sort of internship. And the university really does help facilitate a lot of that. When it comes to living on campus, definitely one of the things that I think our students really enjoy is the fact that they are going to be staying in, right, like I said, downtown Chicago. Our university hall, which is called the Wabash building, is the blue building. A lot of people will associate us with that. If you look at Roosevelt University, that blue building is probably going to be the first thing that pops up. The top 17 floors of that is dedicated to nothing but student housing. And what is really nice about, like I said, is that we are a school that's built on a vertical style campus. So when you are looking to get to class or anything like that, it really is going to be just taking an elevator right up and down. You don't ever have to step outside. So on days when it's raining, days when it's cold, when the heat is unbearably hot, our students are always going to be right inside. They're going to be sheltered from all that, and they're going to be able to get to their classes very quickly. Applying for Roosevelt, very easy. It's free application available right through our website. One thing I always tell students is that it's so easy. You can pull out your phone and in 10 minutes you can do the application. When it comes to like Roosevelt, we definitely do a lot of, we are test optional. So for many students, it really does help them out. SAT scores and things like that are more so for the purposes of scholarships. But it is a pretty easy application cycle at the university. I definitely will say that. Scholarships, we definitely have like many universities, different types, whether they be academic based, whether they be merit based, or whether they be need based. When a student applies, we consider them for all scholarships. So we definitely try to make the process really easy for students when they apply. And then finally, if you could want to go ahead and follow us, we definitely have few different social medias, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook. Come check us out. But yeah, thank you so much for your time.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Roosevelt University, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have St. Norbert College.
All right, well, thank you, everyone. My name is Catherine Hankamp. I am the Chicago Regional Counselor, as well as an alum of St. Norbert, which is located in De Pere, Wisconsin. You can see a gorgeous shot of our beautiful campus. We're on the banks of the Fox River, and we're a suburb of Green Bay. So you have this quintessential college town feel, restaurants, coffee shops, all of that good stuff, right within walking distance of our beautiful red brick buildings. And then you have Green Bay, the third largest city in Wisconsin, just 10 minutes away from our campus. One of the things that's so beneficial for our students with having Green Bay so close is that you have great opportunities for internships for you. And we're only one of 2 schools in the area. So there's really not a lot of competition when it comes time for that. And I'll jump a little bit more into that in a second too. Some highlights I do want to say, we do have about 2,000 students on our college campus. So we are considered a smaller school. We're a very residential campus. About 98% of our students live on campus all 4 years. So you do have a really tight-knit community that you become a part of. We've done about $150 million in renovations to campus. So believe me, from my time when I was a student till now, it's St. Norbert 2.0, beautiful new facilities from our cafeteria, which you can see is ranked #1 in Wisconsin and 4 in the nation for best food on a college campus. My dog loves it too, right? And then we also have our science facility. It was a $40 million facility that we opened a couple years ago that has the Medical College of Wisconsin. So we actually do have a medical school on our campus. So if you're interested in sciences, really strong area for you too. Probably the biggest highlight is the 4-year graduation guarantee. That is something that I know when we talk about cost, one of the best ways to keep your costs down is to make sure you graduate in 4 years. And that is something we can guarantee for our students. So what makes St. Norbert St. Norbert? We talk about our 3 values as our core traditions, our guiding traditions, our Catholic values, our Norbertine values, and our liberal arts values. You aren't coming to St. Norbert just to study in your particular major. We really want to make you a very well-rounded person. We want you to be able to think for yourself, solve problems, have a very diverse worldview. Maybe you study abroad when you're at St. Norbert too. That is a big opportunity that about 1/3 of our students take advantage of. But then we're also very compassionate about the people that are there, and we're very caring about our community that we're a part of. You really also learn about the Norbertine values. The Norbertines are really well known for these values of communio and radical hospitality, which you'll get a sense of when you visit. Academically speaking, small classroom, 19 students you're going to have in your class, which really creates the environment for you to get to know your faculty extremely well. They are there for you. We only really have an undergraduate focus, so our faculty are doing research, and you are able to do that research with them as an undergraduate student and really have a mentor through the whole process as well. Something that I think is really great about St. Norbert is we take personal advising very seriously. Our students work with a faculty advisor in their major when you do declare that. All semesters. So every semester you're going to sit down and have a conversation and have someone that's going to guide you on your path to graduation and what life will be like after St. Norbert College. So we want to get you to that end goal. There's also academic support. Not only does that small classroom help where you can create those relationships with your faculty members, but we do have an academic support, success, and accessibility office for everyone who maybe if you have an IEP or a 504 plan, all the way to you just want someone to read a paper before you turn it in for a final grade or a tutor. There's over 80 programs to choose from. I obviously won't go through all of them. Highlights as far as ones that are popular for us are our sciences, because again, the only small liberal arts college in the country with a medical school on campus. Our education program, we place 100% of our education majors every year. Our business, because of the location, again, communications and media studies, psychology, some of those areas, but that traditional liberal arts value. We, again, really focus on that experience outside of the classroom. So our students live on campus all 4 years. You live in a traditional resident hall, which are getting a makeover this year. $6 million are getting put into that this year, all the way to our apartments, which have vaulted ceilings, fireplaces, indoor parking, which is great in Wisconsin, to our townhouses that are actually on the water. You have a balcony with a grill. I mean, how can you not beat that? And then we have campus-owned houses that you can live in as well. So great living community that you have, that you can gain a little bit more independence as you go through your 4 years. Again, can't beat the food. You gotta like the food where you're at when you're on a college campus. And so our food is really good. And you can see our sushi bar that makes over 4,000 rolls every semester. We also want you to be super involved on campus, whether you attend St. Norbert or another school. Be involved. This is a great way for you to make friends, but also develop those skills like leadership experience that you can get. We have over 100 clubs and organizations to belong to, everything from those academics, so something you want to major in that'll help you there, to our social, Greek life independent clubs, cultural and diversity. So our Black Student Union, Latin Student Union, LGBTQ plus and Spectrum Alliance clubs. So everything, even our Indigenous People Club. Faith and service that you can do as well. And athletics, if you're an athlete, we've got 5 students at St. Norbert playing a sport, 23 varsity sports that you can belong to. And we've actually now moved to a Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference. So a little bit more closer to home. Our students are only traveling about 3 hours to most of their athletic events. Really care about that health and wellness, but we'll talk more about that if you visit, but definitely want to highlight those outcomes, right? 4-year graduation guarantee. We do have one of the best graduation rates in the state of Wisconsin, with 12% of our students graduating in 3.5 years and really going strong into that workforce. So hope you like a little bit about St. Norbert. Come and see our beautiful campus. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for St. Norbert College, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here today. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we will get started. So we are the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. We are located up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, just about an hour and a half north of Chicago. Something I always like to mention before I jump in is we actually have our 4-year degree associate campus, as well as 2-year campuses as well. So our downtown Milwaukee campus awards those 4-year bachelor's degrees, but if you are interested in starting in a 2-year community college environment, we do have that opportunity at University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee at Waukesha in Washington County, and I'll leave my contact information after today. So if you've got questions about that, I would be happy to answer those. Like I mentioned, we are located in downtown Milwaukee, and I think that this image does a really great job of showing where our campus location is. So you see our campus is here in the foreground. It's a really traditional college campus feel, lots of green space and trees. But then in the background, you can see the downtown Milwaukee skyline. So we are certainly located in an urban environment. We're about 8 to 10 minutes from downtown Milwaukee via bus and 15 minutes on foot. We're also 5 minutes from Lake Michigan. So that is always my favorite thing in the warmer months of the year. Campus is so close to the beach, and it's a really great opportunity to, run, walk down with friends, play beach volleyball, and just relax after classes. There is a ton to take advantage of across the city of Milwaukee, whether you're going to the Milwaukee Public Market to grab food with friends after class, or you're pursuing an internship at one of our many Fortune 500 companies. So Milwaukee is an awesome place to live and learn, and we'll get into that more in a little bit. So I do want to talk about the students that call UW-Milwaukee home. We are really proud to be the most diverse school in the UW system. And you'll see here we have students hailing from all 50 states and more than 80 countries with over 19,000 students on campus. So we're pretty traditionally mid-sized, we're smaller than a lot of the Big Tens in the area, but we are larger than a lot of the private schools in the Midwest. We do have a really robust study abroad program as well. So over 150 country options you can study abroad in, lots of different programs for students across all of our majors. One other thing I like to mention is our student to teacher ratio is actually 17:1, which means a lot of your class sizes are going to be the same as they are in high school, if not a little bit smaller. So we are really proud to be a top tier research university in the state of Wisconsin. We have what's called an R1 designation, which means that our professors have their educational responsibilities in the classroom, but they're also practicing researchers out in their field of study. So you are going to get a lot of hands-on experience at UWM, regardless of your academic area of interest. We have over 200 academic programs at UWM, so pretty much anything under the sun you could possibly be interested in studying. Our top 5 most popular majors are psychology, business, engineering, nursing, and education. And we have a ton of opportunities for hands-on experience, from internships to student teaching to clinical experiences at local hospitals. I do want to talk a little bit about life on campus because it is not all academics all the time. We are a Division I school, so men's basketball is our really big popular social sport. They play down at the UWM Panther Arena, and it's free to attend those games. We bus our students down. We also have over 300 student organizations on campus. These include intramural and club sports, as well as a ton of cultural organizations. Like I mentioned, we're really proud to be the most diverse school in the University of Wisconsin system, and our cultural centers all offer quite a few different organizations and clubs for students to get involved interculturally. We also have fraternities and sororities, interest-based clubs, as well as academic groups. The last thing I like to mention here is you'll see over 58,000 hours of community service have been completed by our students. So our students are really passionate about getting out of the classroom and into the Milwaukee community to really serve our neighbors and help make our community a better place to live. All right, so I do want to touch on the application process here just a little bit. Our applications open August 1st of every year. We do what's called rolling admissions, which means you have from August 1st all the way up till March 1st to apply for UWM's priority admission deadline. We are on the Common App or the University of Wisconsin System app, and from there it's a pretty classic college application. We are also test optional, so we're not requiring ACT or SAT scores. All right, I'm actually going to skip over this for today, and then we'll talk a little bit about what it costs and our scholarship opportunities. So we have quite a few scholarship opportunities for our students, ranging from topic area scholarships, like scholarships specifically for first-generation college students, to merit-based scholarships based on high school GPA, to topic-based scholarships for students studying health sciences. So lots of opportunities to find ways to help offset this cost of college. But you can see here, as an Illinois resident, if you attend high school in Illinois, you're going to be paying just about $12,000 a year at UWM in tuition. So that's divided by 2 and paid per semester. Last thing I want to mention is you'll want to make sure you transfer any credit to UWM that you've earned throughout high school. We are also very transfer friendly. So if you'd like to start at a community college and transfer in, that's a great opportunity as well. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, please put it in the Q&A. Also, just a reminder before we head into our next school, if you are asking questions, you all are doing such a great job of putting the school's name within your question. That helps us all out so much. And remember, our panelists and presenters could be putting their contact info for you to jot down in the chat. So you want to check the chat eventually as well. All right, next up we have North Park University.
Good morning. Thank you everyone for being here. My name is Gigi Santos. I'm an admission counselor at North Park University. I'm going to share my screen here. We're going to do things a little bit different. I actually do have a video to show you a snapshot of what our campus looks like. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, and now I'm gonna go ahead and show this presentation with you. Talking about a couple of things, main points academically. We do have a variety of different academic programs that are offered on our campus. And we also do have a couple of different pre-professional programs for students interested in pursuing other programs outside medical, law, occupational therapy, things like that. I'd say that the top majors at North Park would be nursing, biology, education, business, and psychology. One of my favorite things about North Park is this program that we created to integrate the city into your education. Catalyst is what we call it. Catalyst serves in 3 different ways. So we do have organizations that we're partnered with come to our campus every single Wednesday during a set time that students don't have classes specifically for this purpose, to learn a little bit more about what different organizations are doing in the city of Chicago. And also the second part of Catalyst is that we partner with classrooms where our students do take 2 select Wednesdays in their semesters to also visit organizations in the city and see how they're applying the material that you're learning in your classroom and what that looks like in a real world setting. It's a very hands-on experience. The third piece to Catalyst is the Catalyst semester for students that are interested in doing a little bit more deeper, intentional part of programming. It's a cohort is what we call it, an opportunity for you to take some classes together with other students within a related field that you're interested in. You do some intense work such as doing internships pretty early on, getting that hands-on experience a little bit sooner than a typical other college student that is not part of the Catalyst cohort program. Another important piece to North Park is that we do offer student success. There's an office dedicated to student success. You will be assigned academic advisors pretty early on in your enrollment at North Park. We do have faculty advisors. These are your advisors that you'll work with throughout the 4 years at North Park. And they are specifically advisors within your major, so they absolutely know which classes you need to be taking and how to guide you and move forward to achieve your goals, your career goals and your goals at North Park as well. We do have supplemental instruction. All of these resources are free of charge for our students. We have one-on-one tutoring. Depending on which classes you're taking, your professors notify you early in the semester when those tutoring sessions will take place. There's a student planning center. We also have a writing center for all of our students that if you need a little bit more guidance and assistance with your essays, the writing center is available to help you. And your classes also do partner with writing advisors throughout your writing intensive courses. We have some disability resources as well if you need any individualized accommodations. And lastly, here we also have counseling support services that are available throughout the school year for our students. Some ways to get involved on campus is through our different clubs and organizations. There's a variety of ways to get plugged in. All of these programs here are you can join really regardless. No, there's no restrictions, and being a part of the different cultural clubs, the music offerings, the academic and educational clubs, or student government. And then lastly here, another way to get plugged in is through athletics. This is a really important piece to North Park as well. We do have our soccer team as one of the most hyped up sports on our campus, and they've made it to nationals a couple times, and that's a really great opportunity to either support your classmates or be a part of a team as well. And then a little bit about our scholarships and aid. We are a private institution. Our tuition is about $33,000. We do offer academic scholarships that range from $12,000 to $20,000. And then we also have some need-based grants, some talent-based scholarships, competitive scholarships you may be invited to. Lighthouse is specifically designed for our first-generation college students. And then we also have some partnerships for our Dreamers, transfer students, church matching grants, and any students that participate in OnGoal. Then last slide.
Hey, Gigi, sorry, I have to move on to the next institution.
Okay.
If you want to just quick wrap up, that'd be great.
Wrap up, we work with Common App and Direct Application. These are the links here. That's all.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for North Park, please put them in the Q&A. Next up, we have Elmhurst University.
Hi, everyone. My name is Michelle Cabanas. I'm a first-year admission counselor here at Elmhurst University. I actually am a recent student, so I just graduated in 2021. I am Latina, I'm first generation, so if you have any questions about my experience, definitely feel free to leave them in the chat or contact me when I put my contact information at the end. But we are Elmhurst University. And this
Hey, Michelle, I think you're on mute. I don't know if you mean to be.
Oh, thank you for letting me know.
No problem.
Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes,
I have
can see it.
PowerPoint.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. So we're Elmhurst University. So we were founded in 1871. We recently just became a university. We used to be Elmhurst College prior to July of 2020. We are a certified arboretum. You're going to hear that a lot, but you're going to hear it from me first. So we are a certified arboretum full of beautiful trees and plants in the spring and in the summer. It's just so beautiful. I like to walk around all the time. So definitely feel free to visit. We are a private institution, so we are a small school as well. We're a total of 3,500 students. And then for undergraduate students, it is about 2,900. And then we are located in the western suburbs. We are a 7-minute walk to our city center. So we are, of course, in Elmhurst, Illinois. But what I love about it is that we're all a nice small community. So we are all involved with Elmhurst City itself. There's so many coffee shops around here. If you'd like to shop like me, there's a mall, Oak Brook Mall, that's about 10 minutes away. And of course, there's some boutiques in our city center, a lot of entertainment like movie theaters. And And then we are also close to the Illinois Prairie Pass. So if you guys are hikers and bikers, highly recommend to check that out. And then we are a 7-minute walk from the metro station, which can then take you to the city of Chicago too. So we are about 30 minutes away from Chicago for those of you who want to have interest in Chicago or want to go visit Chicago from Elmhurst University itself. So for our areas of study, we do have over 70 majors and we have over 50 minors. Our most popular majors are nursing, education, business, psychology, biology, and speech language pathology. Now, of course, just because the other majors weren't listed doesn't mean we don't offer as much as support as we offer for these programs, but these are one of our most popular, a few of our most popular majors that students tend to choose. All right, and then we also have 16 pre-professional programs. So we have medicine, dentistry, law, pharmacy, veterinary medicine, engineering, and arts. And then of course we have our 17 master's degree programs. We are of course looking to grow our master's degree programs every year. So stay tuned for more. And then we have 158 full-time faculty. So it's awesome because we don't have any teaching assistants, meaning you're going to get the full experience from your faculty. These faculty have the highest degrees you can think of. They have their master's degrees. Some of them have their PhDs. You know, some of them still have also have their bachelor's degrees, and you're going to learn the best. You're going to learn from the best, and they're always going to be there to support you. They're always going to help you with that specific degree that you are looking into. And then of course, since we are a small school, our average class size is a size of 18. So that is totally okay because you get this nice community feeling, you get this involvement with your classmates and your professors. And then of course we have our student support, which is a learning center for access and disability. And then we have our mentoring, we have our faculty office hours, of course, and then we have our wellness center. And then we have studying abroad. So if you guys are interested in studying outside the country, I highly encourage to check that out because you can still take your classes over there. It'll just be in a different area. And then you'll get to bond more with the students. You'll get to meet, of course, the different cultures. So I highly encourage this to look into a studying abroad program. And then we have 1,000 students living on campus. And then of course, half of them are also commuters like I was. We do have 12 houses in apartment buildings and then 6 residence halls. So we do have that experience as well if you guys are thinking of living on campus. All right, and then we do have over 100 student organizations, and then we are also Division III. So we do have, of course, our athletics program. So, you know, if you're interested in football, you're interested in baseball, you're interested in basketball, we all have all of that, volleyball, and then we do have some fraternities and sororities. As I always like to say to everyone, it's not like your typical movie fraternities and sororities. I was in a sorority and I had a lot of fun, a lot of leadership opportunities. It was a great time. And then we do have about 400 students who do participate in Greek Life if you guys are interested. But now I want to get to the most important stuff, is just how we are as a school. So we are Elmhurst U. We have a lot of events here. We have a lot of speakers come to campus as well. You know, we had our 150th anniversary. We are in our 150th anniversary technically. We have that celebration. We have bonfires. We have of course, our orientation where students are greeted by our current students and our staff. It's an awesome time. And then we have our talent shows. And as you can see, one of our lovely students here who just graduated. And then also we have more of our traditions. So we have our snowball fight, which is the biggest snowfall of the year. Usually that's when we have our snowball fight. We have our president's dances. We have our unofficial, which is our also St. Patrick's Parade at Elmhurst. And then as you can see, we also have the homecoming here. And then just more events continued. We have a lot of events for first-year students. You know, we have our scholarship competitions where you can receive a full ride. And of course, feel free to contact us with more questions. We have our open houses. We have our caravans. Also, we have a caravan tomorrow. If you guys have not received communications about that. We have our Blue Jay Bash, our President's Picnic, and how we support you guys. So we have a lot of clubs. We have support staff to support these.
Hey, Michelle, I'm sorry. I have to move on to the next school.
Okay. Sounds good. And this is just all the clubs that we have here. As you can tell, we support any culture, any sex, any gender. So we always do our best to support our students.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Elmhurst University, please put it in the Q&A. And also representatives, if you can please put your contact information. Again, I know this is just an appetizer session, so I'm sure people have a lot of questions to follow up with. Please put your contact info in the chat so they can jot that down. Next up, we have Ripon College. Now, if you have any questions for Ripon College, I suggest put them in there now so that Ripon College does have a quick second to answer them after they present. All right, Ripon College, go for it.
Hi, yeah, so my name is Marco. Welcome. Ripon College is located in Wisconsin. And so if you had to think about this triangle of Green Bay up north, and then to the east, Madison, lower east, and then to the west, Milwaukee, we're somewhere in the middle, about an hour and a half from each. We're a D3 school, and so what I like to tell most students is that we stress the student and student athlete, but you do get to play competitive sports. The majority of our students are from the state of Wisconsin, but we do have plenty of students from out of state, primarily Illinois, Arizona, Texas, California, and Colorado. A lot of our students make up our student athlete and Greek life. However, if either of those two don't appeal to you, there's plenty of organizations to kind of get involved in. So I'll talk a little bit more about our academic programs next. So we have a slew of different majors and minors, and we also have plenty of pre-professional programs. So if you are interested in like a pre-law scholars program, which after 3 years gives you direct entry to Marquette Law, Paul Mitchell Hamlin, and 2 other universities that we have reciprocity with. We pride ourselves with a small faculty to student ratio. And of that, being a college, you do get all that that one-on-one time with professors. We don't have TAs teaching the classes. And I'll mention more about being direct entry and how it's very feasible for students with multi-interests to major in more than one, right? So you can come out major, with 2 majors, a minor, all within 4 years. And the reason being is because we've kind of innovated our general educational core, and we call that Catalyst. And so Ripon College, one thing that makes us unique and sets us apart is our Catalyst curriculum. It's a little bit different than what North Park had shared. We focus our Catalyst curriculum in 5 core classes that lead up to your junior year, as opposed to the traditional gen ed track that most universities will provide. And we focus on getting you ready with those soft and hard skills that we know make our students successful, whether that's going into a career or going into grad school. And so what this allows you to do is kind of like build that tool set, making you more marketable for what is to come, while also allowing you to study what you want to study as early on as first year, as your freshman year, which is why we're direct entry. And so I'm a numbers guy, so just really quick, that pie chart that we have here, a student will graduate with 124 credits. Catalyst makes up 20 of those credits. A major is typically about 40 credits. So if you start to do the math, it lends itself very nicely to pick up 2 majors, a minor, and graduate within 4 years. Now, part of your experience is not just to be a scholar, but also what you're doing on campus. So similarly to a lot of my colleagues, we have a slew of different student organizations that range from equity, diversity, and inclusion and justice on campus. We have politics and activism clubs, right? You want to start a podcast on campus, why not? I like to share this story. We have a paranormal society in our school. And so students, it started off with 4 students who had an interest. We have a great fund for our organizations. And so they were able to get this high-tech energy reading equipment for their club, and the organization grew from 4 students to now 78. I mentioned that we're big on athletic teams. Our both men's and women's track and basketball won their conference. So we're very excited for them. And, most of our athletic teams seem to be very successful. So that's something to note. In terms of events, I know that we are kind of underway in planning our spring fling event. So we are bringing Young Gravy into campus, and that would be in 2 weeks. So I had to educate myself in who Young Gravy was. Here is a brief admissions timeline. The big thing for us is that we're rolling admissions. And so we'd like to get a decision out to you as early as possible. Application process, we are test optional. We like to give agency as to how you want to present yourself at the moment of application. Okay. Our average admin criteria is there for your leisure. And then affordability. So even though we are a private college in Wisconsin, we do tend to be as affordable to our students as possible. And that is automatically being considered for merit-based aid that ranges from $24,000 to $36,000 a year. We offer work-study campus jobs as well. And we're also proud to be some of the top earning graduates in the state of Wisconsin. So really quick, why Ripon? Because we can promise to get you out in 4 years as long as you declare your major after your sophomore year. And while, if you are on, if you do want to double major, why not? Our innovative Catalyst curriculum allows you to study what you want to study, direct entry, while also getting intensely prepared, and we are affordable. So my very last slide, because I know I'm going to be cut off really soon, is that you've heard all of my colleagues share this, but it's very important to get you on campus. And so I would just reiterate, visit all the schools that you're interested, visit Ripon College, and I'd love to see you there.
Awesome. Thank you so much. With that said, we are in our last few seconds here of our session. So I do want to invite our panelists back so we can see your beautiful faces. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my panelists and presenters, for being here. My participants, thank you so much for joining us as well. Okay, again, this is an appetizer session, so I know you probably have a lot more questions that maybe we couldn't answer during this session. So please grab their contact info, reach out to these representatives to get those answers. After you close out the window, a very quick 4 or 5 question survey will appear. So give us some feedback. Sign up for more sessions as well. You can check the website for that schedule. And then a recording will be available at strivescan.com/Noble if you'd like to check out this recording. With that said, you all, again, thank you so much. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye, everybody.